Welcome to Bible at the Bay. Here we are in Honesdale, Pennsylvania with our special guest, Rabbi Dr. Jeffrey Kobrin, head of school at North Shore Hebrew Academy in Great Neck, New York. It's great to have you here.
It's great to be here.
Welcome to chapter 7 in the book of Kings. We have a continuation of the description of the temple, but first we have a description of the construction of Solomon's own palace, which took 13 years. So just putting that in context, the temple took 7 years. But then we move into a description of all the vessels of the temple, of the Beit HaMikdash. And I want to focus upon a few of them because there's just an interesting sense that some of these vessels, the ones that are a little bit less popular to the kind of general population, include something called the Yam, which was this large water basin, which was, kind of some sort of ceremonial washing taking place, and the mechonot were water wheels that were lined up at the entrance. Some of those are familiar to us from other temples, cultures, and civilizations in the ancient Near East. Specifically, we have sort of also in Ein Dara, a temple in northern Syria had a layout that was similar to the Beit HaMikdash, which all of these are just some examples, but they raise the question of, does something need to be unique in order to be sacred?
I think the obvious answer is no, because you can definitely appropriate things from different cultures and make them holy, make them, in Hebrew it's kadosh. What's interesting to me here is also again, we've seen this in earlier chapters, the amount of wealth. I think there's a verse in here that says that silver was worth nothing in those days because everything was gold. Gold was the standard, and silver, if you had silver, then, so there's a degree of Solomon making this beautiful temple in the previous chapter, now making this beautiful palace for himself, and it says he made it really for his wife, who was the daughter of the Pharaoh, who he had married from Egypt, which was a political connection.
We'll talk about that in a few chapters.
Okay, but there's you can take it's not an expropriation. I think you can take what other cultures have developed and make them your own, and then take them up a notch,
right,
which is what I think Solomon's trying to do here.
Yeah, it's kind of what you do, where you house them and what you do with them that ultimately makes something kind of, right, yes, this is shared, but it's also sacred.
Right.
Thank you.